Hello, everybody. This is Anthony. In today's credit building secrets, I'm going to be reviewing Petal Card, right? A great option if you're rebuilding your credit. Even if you have good credit, this may be a good option for you. And they have an option to get qualified for up to $10,000, right? And it's not really based upon your credit. It's based upon your banking history, right? The amount of quality of deposits and average balances and ending balances that you currently have that I get into here very shortly. But of course, before we get started, I got to drill into everybody's mind the minimum requirements that we look for to get you qualified for the bigger amounts of money, the $50,000 to $500,000, right, to get qualified for personal and business loans, right? So let's get started. So you want to get about 3 to 5 revolving accounts at minimum. Okay, so second is your installment loans, right? 1 to 2 installment loans have a little bit of that mixture that's going to be reported on your report. If you have personal loans, unsecured loans, that might be a great option, right? The higher the unsecured debt, the more unsecured limits that you'd be approved for in the future. If you have an auto loan or a mortgage loan, that's great, but they are collateralized. But of course, in total, we want to see about $30,000 to $50,000 in total open accounts and established for at least 2 years. All right, so let's dive into Petal and some things that I like about them. All right, so as I said before, if you're just getting started and want to start building your credit, if you have a bankruptcy, well, actually, if you're in the bankruptcy in the last 48 months, it's probably not a great option to apply with. But if you have any kind of lates or charge-offs or even zero credit accounts on your report, this may be an option for you to get approved for the $10,000. Right, so they have the Petal 1 and the Petal 2, and I'll go into actually, let's do that right now. Let's go into the comparison of the two. Well, there's no annual fee or international fee, so if you're traveling, going to Bali or India or China or whatever country, they're not going to charge you for those swipes, right? No late or return fees on Petal 2. So cashback on Petal 2, cashback on certain select merchants on both of them, and a path to increase, right? So if you start with Petal 1 and you've shown some good repayment history, they may actually increase it to the $10,000 later on. But of course, Petal 1 has a little bit of a higher interest rate, that 20 to 30%, 13 to 27% for the other one. So you have to determine, what's more important for you, right? Are you be responsible in paying it off every month? Because if you do that, you pay zero interest, or if you have to carry your balance, right? The rule of thumb, don't go over 30% of your usage on any credit card. Okay. What other data points do we have here? Even if you have bad credit, seeing approvals between 550 to 600. Essentially, I don't think that's going to be a good approach or a qualifying factor, because I think the weight of the approval is based upon your bank statements, right? And they're going to integrate with a company called Plaid, where it will provide them only the data points, none of your personal information. And of course, one of the little hacks that I like to teach you is try to cycle money through your accounts, right? Have bigger deposits. So even if you have to borrow it from friends or family, have it sit there for a little bit and then give it back to them and rinse and repeat. At the end of the balance, end of the month, try to have a decent size of a balance left over after you pay all your expenses, right? Do that for 3 months and you'll get approved. Instead of giving a $500 limit, you may get a $5,000 or $10,000, right? So it just requires a little more work and creativity on your point, but that's what we're here for, right? I'm here to teach you these hacks so that you can get approved for the larger loan amounts, so that this is going to set you up for the bigger picture, right? From 2 years, 1 to 2 years down the line, where you can then now get approved for that $50,000 to $500,000. Credit is such an important element of our careers to get ahead in our businesses, in our lives, helping friends and family for emergencies. So it's really good. It's what my passion is, to help people like you get to that next level from that. All right. Other than that, guys, this is pretty self-explanatory. I think just the biggest weight here is, cycled money. Make sure you have strong balances, and of course, if you're able to have the money sit there for longer than periods of time, it will help you, right? It's pre-qualified. It's not going to impact your score for applying. Thank you, and let's get you built up so we can get you for the bigger picture. Take care.